Hi everyone, welcome to this video on TCS digital recruitment pattern for 2020. This is Ajay Almeida from Campus Credential, and it took us some time to put this information together because there was a lot of false information out there and we wanted to get our students the correct information. So here's the correct information as revealed by TCS itself. So TCS digital is happening guys, and it's happening on 3rd and 4th of October. Now here are some of the important things that you need to know before you go in for TCS Digital. So we've collected some information for you regarding how it's going to be, what's the duration, what are the types of questions that you will be asked, and how to crack it. So in this video, we'll be going through all the information required. So first and foremost, let me give you some important information about TCS Digital this year. It's going to happen on 3rd and 4th of October, as I already told you. And some more information about it is that those who had given Code Vita, 2,700 people have already been selected from there for digital. Also for NQT, top 10% will be placed in will be going for digital. The top 10% of the performance will be in digital, and also in Ninja. The next top 15%, those who perform well in NQT are going to be sent towards Ninja. So you see, at two places we have already recruitment happening for digital. One was in Code Vita, around 2,700 people already been selected for it, and the top 10% of NQT. What's the package going to be like? The beginning package is around 7 lakhs per annum. That can, based on your performance, it can go up to even 12 lakhs per annum. Now we know that TCS Digital is a premium profile, and normally they go college to college in terms of IITs or IISc. Okay, so they either go for IITs and IIScs for college to college recruitment. These are the premium colleges and that's where they go. But you guys have an opportunity through their written tests as well. So since it's a premium profile, they have some path breaking technologies that they work on. So when you join TCS Digital, you will be working with blockchain or big data or Internet of Things or NLP or machine learning, AI and virtual reality. So those will be the premium softwares that you will be working in, the premium technologies that you will be working on. Therefore, the products that you build in TCS Digital are path breaking projects. And the companies that the C2C companies that come in with TCS Digital are really great companies. So TCS Digital outsources to a lot of the industry heads. So not just the package, but what I want you all to understand is the work environment and the growth aspect. So let's say that you work in TCS Digital for some time and then you plan to move ahead. You will always be ahead of everyone else. Why? Because you've been working with premium path breaking technology. So it's a great start for career, a very, very good start for career. Apart from good compensation in terms of monetary aspects, there are many other benefits also that you will receive being part of TCS Digital. So the important point now, what will be the pattern? What's the pattern going to be like? So the process is pretty simple. There's a return test that has part A and part B. What are those part A and part B? We'll be talking about that. Then there's a technical round. Now for Ninja, the technical round is hardly 20 minutes or 25 minutes, but here the technical round is for 45 minutes. Why? Because guys, you are going to work on premium technology. So that's why they want to make sure that you guys are the right fit. So they're definitely going to go deep over here. You can expect deeper questions in terms of technical. You can expect complex questions in terms of technicals. Okay. So because they want to make sure that the person that they're hiring, the investment that they're making in you is worth it. HR round also will go for around 20 minutes, not 10 minutes. Why? Because again, they want to make sure that this is the right fit. This person is the right fit in terms of personality, in terms of soft skills, is the right fit for the job environment and what requires to be done. After that, definitely it's welcome aboard. So there's going to be an onboarding program and it's going to be fun. Okay, so the challenge is written test, technical round, and HR round. These are the three challenges that you have to face to come to TCS Digital, be a part of that family. Let's look at the written test, part A and part B. So part A and part B are both actually, now part A is about your quants and verbal. That's your aptitude test. What we call as aptitude test, that's part A. So you will have 10 minutes for English, 10 minutes will be reserved for English, and 40 minutes for quants. In English, you can expect 10 questions, which means on an average, you can spend 1 minute per question. Actually, you should be spending less than that. And 20 questions for quants, and you have 40 minutes for that. So on an average, you have 2 or less than 2 minutes for each question on quants. So a lot of questions on quants, yes, double of English. And what are those topics? Let's look at those topics also. But before that, I'll just tell you what is part B. Part B is reserved for 60 minutes. 60 minutes are reserved for coding question. There'll be one coding question which will be given to you, and you have 60 minutes to solve. Now, you can use any of the following technologies. You can use C, C++, Java, Python, Perl, but the recommendation is not to use Python because the compiler isn't all that great in TCS. That's the recommendation, but we do not know whether as of now they have worked on it or not. So it's just a mild recommendation. Better to work with other programming languages rather than going with Python. Now the coding over here is not dynamic coding, it's competitive coding. Okay, so the coding is not dynamic. Remember, it's competitive coding. This is where you have to use your innovative skills, and a fictitious problem will be given to you, and you have to solve that fictitious problem using your coding skills. So it's a competitive coding, not dynamic coding. Okay, in every way, even in their return test, in the pattern of their return test, you can see that they are looking out for the best. Let's go for part A. What can you expect in English and what can you expect in quant? In English, there are four areas that you'll have to work on. Number one is grammar, and I have broken down grammar into the following topics. In grammar, be good at prepositions, SVA, subject verb agreement, articles, proper usage of tenses, direct, indirect, active, passive, pronouns now, and pronouns. Okay, these remaining two things, word roots and word families. I know my students are aware of it, the Greek and Latin word roots and the word families, one word having relation with multiple other words. That approach will help you in cracking synonyms and antonyms over here. Of course, a lot of practice on synonyms and antonyms, a lot of mock tests will also help. Okay, so these two things will help you over there. What about cloze test then? Cloze test, is a para that will be given to you, and there'll be many fill up the blanks over there, and you have to fill in the correct word. Now, they may test your knowledge regarding grammar again in cloze test, or they might test your knowledge as to the context. Are you able to understand the passage and fit in the right appropriate word, which makes both contextual sense as well as grammatically correct? Okay, so you'll have to go through all of that. For cloze test, we have already done that in our sessions. For cloze test, it is better to have a dual approach. The approach of being very acute observer of details, just like in reading comprehension, at the same time understanding the context and then fitting the right word. The approach for cloze test would be first read the entire passage, forget about the blanks, and then when you have an idea of the passage, put in the appropriate words. You will have to use your knowledge of grammar as well. You will expect one question on reading comprehension. We do not know how many sub questions will be there in that, but one passage will be there on reading comprehension, and that passage, I can say that that's not going to be a very easy or small passage. Probably the passage will be mid-size or a longer passage, wherein you may have to flip through to the other page as well. So it is probably a medium-sized or a large passage, and the passage will be not so easy. By not so easy, what I mean to say is that you could expect a passage from current affairs or philosophy. So guys, read more, read editorials, understand what's going on in the world outside, and ask yourself those fundamental questions when you're doing reading comprehension. What could be the central idea of the passage? What is the author trying to say, and what can I conclude from this passage? All right, so you have 10 minutes for English section, and I would say that probably it will be best if you could finish your English session within 8 minutes. That is, save your time in synonyms, antonyms, and grammar, and spend more time on cloze test and RC. So you must be able to finish English by 8 minutes so that you have a 2 minutes buffer to check your answers. Then comes your quants. Now, a plethora of topics on quants. You are aware of these topics already. You can expect questions from these topics: time, speed, distance, allocations and mixtures, progressions, percentages, number system, clocks, calendars, probability, ratio, proportion, averages, equations, geometry, age, PNC, work and time, and reasoning. The good news is though that you will be given an on-screen calculator. So the news is out there that you will be getting an on-screen calculator, which means you can use their system. The platform is going to be TCS Ion. That's the platform, that's the software platform on which you will be giving your test. And the marking scheme is you'll have two types of questions: MCQs and FUBs. FUBs also fill up the blanks. MCQs, there is a negative marking, guys. So in MCQs, there is a negative marking of 1/3 of the marks, that is -1/3. And for good news is that for FUB, there is no negative marking, which means for fill in the blanks, there are no negative markings. Also, fill up the blanks, you will get 2 marks per question, whereas MCQs are 1 mark per question. So get that straight. Now, two unusual things over here are questions on physics and questions on Sudoku. Sudoku is a puzzle that you can solve, uh, whereas physics, you can expect questions on mechanics, that is the pulleys, okay, and Newton's laws. So Newtonian physics is what they're looking out for, purely mechanics. So probably there'll be questions on mechanics, the kind of questions that we used to solve in our 12th standard. So that's about it, guys. All that requires is good preparation, and that's all you require to go ahead and conquer. We at Campus Credentials are with you, and we have given you this information so that you'll be super motivated and not scared to go ahead. The package is great, the environment is great, the career ahead is quite secure. So all you need to do is prepare now, prepare hard, prepare well, and don't give up. Okay, TCS Digital is a great platform for you to move ahead. If you have any questions, then you can always you can always ask us and we'll revert back to you. When it comes to your preparations, start giving a lot of mock tests. Please go ahead with your mock tests, and the topics that were mentioned to you, kindly go on sectional tests and try to solve those topic based mocks.